Yo, what's going on, guys? GZTV back with another video, and I know it's late again, but I've been streaming for the community. I love you guys. I love my Twitch supporters. I love everyone. So I decided I've been busting out some streams. 2K My Team's really fun. I got my friend to play it again. We didn't hop into a party, but I was cooking with Austin Reeves. That was a fun little moment, and I'm still trying to grind for Danny Ferry. If we get Danny Ferry, I'm getting a gameplay video out as soon as possible. But Austin Reeves, absolute GOAT in that. That's besides the point. We have NBA action. NBA. It's not like NBA ever left during the NCAA tournament. But let's be honest, no one was really tuned into NBA, so I decided to cover the tournament then. There's still the women's tournament, which I did watch a couple of games today. Watched Miami, Indiana, I watched Baylor, UConn, I watched Colorado, Duke, but NBA mostly what I watched. So let's get into the Monday games, starting off with the Pacers and the Hornets. Not really much to say about this game. Obviously, two very average to shit teams here in this game. I'm not really going to say much about this game. I'm going to skim over this game, 20 points for Miles Turner off of 50% shooting. 20 points for Buddy Hield. He shot 33% from 3. 12 points, 10 rebounds off the bench for Isaiah Jackson. Aaron Nemhard definitely struggled in this game for the Pacers, and that's probably why they lost the game. I'm not really sure what happened to... Benedict Mathurin starting now. I actually really like their starting lineup. I like it. Tyrese Halliburton's hurt, so obviously they had to have Mathurin start. But looking at the Hornets, very good game here for these Hornets. Obviously, their season is pretty much... You can pretty much call their season quits. And Indiana, let's be honest, they're probably about the same. I don't know, though. But Gordon Hayward had 22 points. You get a 14-point, 17-rebound performance for Nate Richards. That's the guy they should be starting. Even if Mark Williams comes back, I feel like Richards is the guy you need to start on this team. But 23 points for Rozier off of 33% three-point shooting, and 28 points for Oubre. Oubre, a very underrated player in the NBA. There was that game. Bulls-Sixers was a great game. Went to double overtime. I watched a decent amount of this game. There's just not much to say about a lot of these games. People aren't really that hyped up about it, about these games, just because, the tournament's going on. So I'm just going to go over the box score, who performed, who didn't. I know that's kind of basic, and that's kind of what a casual basketball fan would do, but this was a fun game. The Bulls almost let it slip, and they finally get a win against a big team. Bulls are going to have to do a lot if they want to keep this season alive, though. This is only like the third or fourth game that DeRozan, Levine, and Vooch have all scored the ball very well. 25 points for DeRozan. You had a 21-point, 12-rebound performance for Vooch. Very efficient player. 50% three-point shooting, 67% overall. You get a 26-point performance for Zach LaVine. And, the Sixers had their fair share of performers. 37-16 for MVP candidate and probably front runner at this point. He also had 3 blocks. Joel Embiid shooting 50%. My goodness, he's an absolute dog. Tyrese Maxey had 22 points in this one. Daniel House? I guess not. Daniel House. Oh, they didn't have P.J. Tucker. Not having P.J. Tucker, I feel like, made a pretty big difference in this game. Because, Daniel House, George Niang, Paul Reed, Shake Milton, all those guys could have definitely played a little bit better for the Sixers. But we can move on here to the Timberwolves and Knicks. We get a masterclass performance, 57 points for Julius Randle, but they lose, at the end of the game. He gets very frustrated with the refs, which is understandable. He's putting it all out on the damn line for this team, and these refs aren't giving him anything. But no Cat, without any big scoring options, I don't know what the hell the Knicks were doing, letting Taurean Prince have possibly the best game of his career, 35 points. He shot 8 threes, and guess what? He didn't miss a single one of them. Also, 24 points and 11 assists from Mike Conley. That's a huge performance. He shot 60% from 3. Wow, what a game for the Timberwolves. That's big time. That's very clutch for them, and especially when you're going against a good team with all of their players. I mean, 57 points, bro, for Julius Randle, and they couldn't win. But, Jalen Brunson played good as well. 23 points, 10 assists, 33% three-point shooting, 50% overall. Man, if Mitchell Robinson would be more aggressive on the offensive end, I feel like the Knicks would be a very good squad. They still are a good-ass team, but, man, they would be that much better. They would take that much of a step ahead if Mitchell Robinson would be a viable offensive option for this team. But anyway, we can move on. We have the Warriors and the Rockets. The Warriors finally securing a road dub. They have been one of the most treacherous NBA teams in terms of road performance. But hey, when Kevon Looney goes out there, gets 11 and 10. Steph Curry puts up 34. You're shooting 33% from three. You get 29 from Clay. I mean, what could possibly go wrong on this one? Great performances for those three guys for the Warriors, and they get a win. And this is a big win. The Warriors are still kind of on that 500. They've been teetering throughout the season. So this is a very big deal for them. Looking at the Houston Rockets, 17 and 11 for Jabari Smith, 21 and 15 for Terry Eason. Great game for him, probably one of his better games of his early career. 20 points for Jalen Green. I don't think there was much the Rockets could do. I think the Warriors just played a hell of a basketball game, and given where the Rockets are at, they're going to lose games, of course. They're not a good team. But moving on to the Mavs, Grizzlies, man, it's been tough for the Mavs. I really feel bad for any Mavs fans out there. It has been tough to be a fan of those guys. I mean, my goodness. It would suck, honestly. Tough loss after tough loss. I wouldn't be mad at where their team is at if I was a fan, but, the injuries, people not playing, I mean, man, 28 points, though, for Kyrie Irving. You get 20 off the bench for Christian Wood, 33% three-point shooting. And Jalen Hardy, one of the most impressive young guys in the NBA, going for 20, shooting 50% from three. Guys like Maxi Kleber and Tim Hardaway just failed to step up. Tim Hardaway being one of the most streaky players in the NBA, struggling to get a grip on this game and take control. It sucks. And, Jaren Jackson going for 28, shooting 50% from three. Santi Aldama probably having a career night with 22 and 14, shooting 33% from three, 50% from the field. I mean, and, Ja returned to the sideline. That's cool. Obviously, I don't defend him for what he did. But, I mean, I still think he deserves to make a return to basketball or return to the court, support his teammates. So, good for Ja. Hopefully he has a speedy recovery. He's going through psychiatric care, I think. Counseling, I guess you could call it. I would hope he gets back by the playoffs. I mean, honestly, the Grizzlies are a hell of a team, so if they want to, they can just rest him for the rest of the regular season. Yeah. Okay. Wow, the Celtics have to play the Kings tomorrow. Yikes. Okay, moving on. Kings Jazz, this was the final game of the night. Ochai Agbaji, he wanted to get redemption after just witnessing his Kansas Jayhawks fall in the second round of the tournament. He comes out and scores 27. The Jazz hold off the Kings for an 8-point victory. Best scoring night and probably best game for Ochai Agbaji in his early NBA career, only being 2 years in the league, I think. Absolutely fantastic three-point shooting, and yeah, that's awesome. It's awesome to see him have a good game there. The Kings, no doubt, had some good performers. 11 and 12 for Domantas Sabonis. You get a 22-point performance for Keegan Murray off of 50% shooting. 37 points for De'Aaron Fox. That's not a very much talked about thing on Twitter tonight. He shot 67%. He played amazing basketball out there, but it's just they're starting Kessler Edwards. Kevin Herter is hurt, I believe. I don't know what's happening, but you got guys like Kessler Edwards and Trey Lyles and Chimezie Metu and Davion Mitchell not really playing their best out there. But looking at the Jazz, Kelly Olynyk had 19 points and 10 rebounds. He shot 50%. And obviously in a game where they didn't have Lowry Markkanen, they had to have a scoring option, and it was Ochai Agbaji putting up 27 points, shooting 60% from the three-point line. And I'm very happy to say that Chris Dunn is back and playing. I think that's amazing. I haven't seen him in this league in a while. He put up 18 and 10, not missing a single three throughout the night. Shout out to the Jazz. Tomorrow my Celtics play the Kings. That'll be great. That'll be a good game. Cavs and Nets, don't want to miss that game. And Thunder Clippers will be very fun as well. So leave a like, comment, subscribe. Plenty of good games coming on tomorrow. Obviously the women's tournament. Oh, the women's tournament's done for the week, so I'm just going to be focusing on NBA basketball. But subscribe. We don't just do basketball. We do music. We do games. We do all sorts of stuff. TV. We do everything. We're a very well-rounded channel. So, like tomorrow morning, I'm literally going to be talking about The Walking Dead. So, we do everything.